Specifically for this book, we have interviewed 350 executives. These have mainly been Chief Executive Officers, CEOs, and Chief Human Resource Officers, CHROs. We focused on these two roles for a specific reason. CEOs are responsible for the most difficult decisions in an organization, and CHROs are the ones often tasked with executing them in a human way. The balance between these two is the intersection of being able to do hard things in a human way. In addition to the qualitative interviews, we have collected quantitative data from 15,000 leaders and 150,000 employees from more than 5,000 companies in nearly 100 countries. This includes 2 separate long-term studies in collaboration with Harvard Business Review and 4 leading business schools. A particular strength of the research for this book is that we collected data from both leaders and their direct reports. This allows us to have a unique insight into how direct reports rate their leaders, rather than relying only on leaders' self-reported data. The findings offer a strong case for wise, compassionate leadership. First of all, leading with wise compassion greatly benefits yourself as a leader. Our data shows that there is a direct correlation between your own level of wise compassion and your rank in your company. In other words, wise compassion is great for your career, as it makes you rise through promotions faster. The data also found that leaders who rate themselves high on compassion have 66% lower stress than their less compassionate counterparts, a 200% lower intention to quit, and 14% higher efficacy. But wise compassion benefits more than yourself as a leader. As figure I-1 shows, it greatly benefits the people you lead and your organization. The graph indicates how employees rate their leaders on a scale of wisdom and a scale of compassion, then shows how these impressions correlate to how they rate their own job satisfaction, commitment to their organizations, job performance, burnout, engagement, and satisfaction with their leaders. As the graph shows, wisdom and compassion have a significant positive impact on all aspects of the work experience and productivity of employees. An important detail to note is that when leaders combine wisdom and compassion, the real magic happens. The data reveals that in this case, the sum is truly greater than the parts. The key message of our research: for optimal leadership, wisdom and compassion must be combined. Wisdom without compassion can be ruthless, and compassion without wisdom can be naive. Just as a bird has 2 wings to keep balance, wisdom and compassion must go together. You can only act truly compassionately if you also have the wisdom of understanding a situation clearly. If you don't, even your best intended actions can become a disservice for the ones you intend to support. As a matter of fact, without wisdom, good intentions can be the direct path to unskillful actions, chaos, and unnecessary human suffering for the very people you try to help. When you balance wisdom and compassion, you have learned the art and skill of wise compassion, and you can do hard things in a human way. The Wise Compassion Matrix. The Wise Compassion Matrix, shown in figure I-2, illustrates how wisdom and compassion need to be balanced. The matrix includes 4 leadership quadrants separated by 2 axes. The vertical axis moves from indifference, or lack of care, to compassion. The horizontal axis tracks from ignorance, or a lack of courage, to wisdom. In quadrant 3 at the bottom left, we're ineffective and indifferent as leaders. We can all find ourselves here from time to time when we are too busy, under